Hey everybody, this is Lorelia coming to you with another video, and today I am discussing, credit, but not personal credit, coming to you about business funding and business credit. So what do I want to talk about today? Um, it's what the title says: equity versus debt-based funding. Um, you know, there's really, I'm just like so mesmerized. All these bugs that's out, but sorry, I don't mean to be distracted. But why did I pick this topic? I picked this topic is because many people, when they get started in business, some people don't know what direction they want to take when it comes to funding their business. And so there's no right way or wrong way to do it. And that's why in the last couple of videos I've said, it depends on what school of thought you listen to. Is it the school of thought that you do everything yourself, you pull yourself up by the bootstraps, you fund it, you do everything yourself, or you leverage someone else's money or institution's money and get funding? And so that's why I titled this equity versus debt-based funding. Let's talk about it for a second. So what is equity-based funding? Because I doubt it if this is something that your gurus are talking about. Because remember, they're only kind of telling you how to get net 30 accounts. So let's talk about it. So what is equity-based funding? Now, equity-based funding can be, it can be money that you actually use to put into your business. It can be a partner that you decide to bring on silently to fund your business, or it can be other individuals and you're using their money. And so you may not or may have, heard the term calling using other people's money. And that's where equity-based funding comes in, is that you're going to leverage something. Or you going to leverage real estate, or you going to leverage a stock portfolio, or you going to leverage the money in your bank account. What are you using? Because a lot of times it's yours, or and it can be someone else's if there's not a promissory to pay back. If it is someone else's and it is to get a position in your company or get a position in any profits, then that's equity based, because it's not structured whereas they're giving you money and they're loaning it to you and you have to pay it back. It's like, I'm going to inject money into your business, and out of the profits that you make, I get a portion too. And of course, the terms of all, it really depends on what it is that you and that person put together. Now, debt-based funding is where a person goes out and actually incurs debt or get debt. And incurring debt can be your personal debt, because you may be leveraging your personal credit to start a business, or it can be business credit funding or what have you. And so it is what it is. It's debt based, meaning that there is a promissory to pay back, whether it's a person, whether it's an institution, even if it's yourself. Hey, I have a credit card, $50,000. I'm going to loan my company, Lorelia Brown-Phillips is going to loan my company $25,000. Well, Lorelia Brown Company has to pay Lorelia back. And so that is debt, because the structure is the company doesn't want a portion of profits. They want to be able to pay that debt back. And so with that being said, a lot of people say, well, which one is better? It's not about which one is better. It's what's best for you. See, I've said to people, I've been doing a lot of consultations lately. If you're watching this, you probably had a consultation. many people, when it comes to see business funding, and the reason why I'm saying funding, because that can consist of many things: business credit, business lines of credit, a business loan, or what have you. Unlike personal credit, which is pretty much cookie cutter, the government sets forth, the guidelines, how stuff should be reported, who are the reporting agencies, the list goes on and on. But business credit is not cookie cutter. It's not cookie cutter. And so the reason why it's not cookie cutter is because my circumstance may be different than your circumstance. In terms of, I know that I could possibly start a business, use my own capital, and hit the ground running and make more money because I'm going to use an equity-based model. Or another person may want to do the debt base, where they're like, okay, I don't have the upfront money, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to go get the money. It's going to be loaned to me. But you best to believe when I get this money, I'm going to be able to pay it back. And so it truly, really does. It really has to do with your vision and your business model. No one can say you're doing this the wrong way. You should do it this way. It's okay to get some ideas. I don't know, like it really does depend. And that's why I said a lot of people, and I did a video on this, that not all business credit is created equal. It's because a lot of times people will reach out to me and say, hey, Lorraine, I want to learn some more about the programs in regards to business funding. Can you send me something? And I always tell them, no, I have nothing to send you because I don't know what it is you're looking for. You see what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about your business. I don't know how you want to fund it. I don't know nothing about you. Is your credit good? Is your credit not good? Is your business bringing in money? Is it not? Are you a startup? Are you in the discovery stage? Are you seasoned? There's a lot of things. And so that's why I said it's not a cookie cutter approach. A lot of people will see what other people are doing online when it comes to business credit or business funding and think, okay, well, I'm going to take what I have in that model. That's why whenever I have a consultation with a person, I ask them something about what it is that they're looking to do, because there's no need of me talking to you about a program that I know the requirements is over 700 credit score, and and they're going to ask you to have W-2 income. They're not going to look at business income. The vice versa. I'm not going to tell you about a program that would not be advantageous for you, because I know, okay, you do have good credit. So if you do have good credit, then you only need to do this. You see what I'm saying? So the parameters are always different. And so that leads me to currently the program that and the funding source that I've been sharing with people. And like I said, I'm somewhat blown away because I've never seen anything like this. People have reached out to me and they've said, is this, is it a MLM? Because the fact that it's, for home-based business owners, and it really isn't just for them. It's just that the marketing has been targeted to them is due to how certain home-based business owners run their business. It can be for any type of business, but I think the most standalone thing that's good is the credit scoring. The fact that you can have a minimum score of 575. Well, Aurelia, how is that possible? Well, the way it's possible is that lenders know that there is a need for people to improve their credit. And if their credit is improved, they can get access to capital. And this is really a package situation, whereas you are getting your credit improved, along with you leveraging personal credit. Now let me tell you this. This is not one of those where you see online where you're going to buy trade lines, we're going to create you a shell corp, I don't know, you're going to funnel some money this way and all these other things. No, this is not no buy and trade lines type of deal. It's not that. It's a grant subsidized program. The funding is SBA funding, and reason why I thought this video would be good is because I recently had a session with somebody today, and they thought that they was like, oh well, is it a gifting program and an MLM? And I said no. This is a government subsidized program. Some of the funding is SBA funding, and I know some people like, oh, you know, that SBA funding, that's hard to qualify. Well, see, that's what makes this program stand alone, is because you are going to learn, not learn, because I don't want to fall into the pool of people who just teaching and, you know, not providing. So not that you're going to learn. You're going to, all these messages are coming up. You are going to go through the process to get the funding. And so you are going to be told what are the proper steps to get the funding. If you've ever tried to get business funding, most of the time you get a person, they ask you some information, and you know, and then they go bang your credit out. And then they come back to you and say, oh, well, you got approved for a $5,000 credit card. That's not this program. And so, and the one unique thing about it is that it appeals to people who may be in the startup phase or the discovery stage. Well, Aurelia, what do you mean? Well, there are some people who are not quite sure what it is that they want to do. And so what's great about this program is they can get the funding together. They can start to work on the funding, you know, while they're considering what it is that they want to do. Now, of course, you don't want to be like, well, I really don't know what I want to do, I just want to get some money. Now, you don't want to be that person, you know, because my thing is this: there is stages of you have to go through. And the first stage is they're going to ask you about what you're going to do with the money, your short-term and long-term goals. So that's why I said you don't want to fall in the pool like, well, I don't know what I want to do, I just want to see if you can give me some money. You know what? Pump your brakes. Don't even waste your time. You know, I do get a lot of those calls, really emails, I take that back, where people like, well, could you just share some information with me? I don't know what to share with you. You know, like, I don't know. Like, I work with over 100 and something lenders. Like, what I supposed to, eating, meaty, mighty, more, I think they want to hear about that one. But that's it. That's really it. So understand there's a difference between equity-based funding, debt-based funding. Which one is good and bad is really up to you. You would only know that. I couldn't say. There's no guru or coach can tell you which one is best. It all has to do with your vision. It's your vision. How you want to fund it is up to you. But what really is sad is when I see people try to figure things out that they really don't know. And what do I mean by that? I have some people who will reach out to me, they'll do the consultation, and they figure, oh, I know, no, I know this. And a lot of times they don't know nothing because they don't have no funding. All they have is, and I've said this in other videos, is a bunch of information. They paid for a bunch of information, but they don't know how to go about getting any funding. A lot of times what they're trying to pursue is so advanced that they really don't see the light at the tunnel. So it's almost like they run a treadmill, but they're not going nowhere. Because remember, they took a business credit course and they're trying to get to this pinnacle of how to get this funding. And so there's a lifeboat being given to them for them to get the funding, but they don't want to even get on the lifeboat because they think it's a better lifeboat. It's a better lifeboat. So they just rather, you know, oh, this, that, and the other. Keep waiting. Keep waiting for the good, your business credit gurus to tell you stuff. Like I said, information is great, but when do you transfer that? Now that I have the information and I want to get the funding, outside of net 30 accounts, how do you make that crossover? That's all I have to say. If you know that answer, you wouldn't be on YouTube searching for answers. You would just be out there going to get the funding. That's why I tell people it's baloney. A person don't know all this stuff, plus know how to get the funding, but they're still all over YouTube searching and trying to figure out who brain can I pick, who's going to tell me. So it's getting dark, and I don't want to do a video in the dark. So if you want to learn more, if you want to get your 15-minute consultation, please reach out to me. I'm at bizcredit.yourmoneymentor.com, or go to cashflow.yourmoneymentor.com, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.